Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Foster, and this is Talk of the Town. As you know, each week we've been trying to highlight certain things that are going on in town that highlight what a great town Clinton is. We've talked to people, places, and things. And today we have a great event going on here in the town, and it's called the International Food and Beer Festival. And we're going to have different booths that we set up. We'll be showing those. We're going to have all sorts of entertainment. And in order to start us off, we're going to be talking to the head of the Economic Development Council, somebody who's really a spearhead person behind all this and done such a great job in our community. His name is John Allen. John, welcome to the show.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. This is the first annual, hope of many, International Food and Beer Festival that the Placemakers, which is a separate group from the EDC, put together with the Clinton Chamber of Commerce. And it really started as an idea back in February, something we've been wanting to do for a long time, is to celebrate really the cultural diversity of Clinton. I mean, people come to a New England town on the water and they think, oh, how diverse is that? People from different parts of Ireland or England. And I go, no. This town actually has 22 different languages in the high school.
Wow.
I mean, if you go to the high school, if you went to the Morgan graduation, you look at the faces of the kids here in town, it's a very diverse town. And this was an attempt just to let everybody know, to celebrate, boy, we have a lot of people from a lot of parts of the world here, not just Northern Europe.
Right.
So we put together some food trucks, which I hope you interviewed these people.
And how many food trucks will be here?
We're going to have 7 food trucks.
Yep.
We got 4 different restaurants that are local. We have from kibasi and sausage. We have Jamaican jerk. We have Mahmoud's falafel truck, who also does some interesting Tunisian kind of chicken dishes. We have 10 different types of beer, which are wonderful, and it's only $5, which is a bust-out cheap price for anybody buying beer.
We got a beer garden right over here to our left.
Here, which the guys from Grove Garden Landscaping put up for us.
Nice.
We have 3 wonderful clients, sponsors. We have Bausch Advanced Laboratories, which makes a lot of pharmaceutical machines here in town. We have the Schumack people, which is a engineered construction company, and we have Schweitzer Waste Management. So they're and kind of they're new sponsors for us. So we got them involved in the town, all local people. It runs from 4 to 8. The weather's turned out to be great because we always made our sacrifices to our Celtic gods to have this happen.
Yes.
And it should get busy as it goes on, and we hope to you get a chance to talk to a lot of the people.
Absolutely.
We're going to have good entertainment.
Good.
We have fiddlers, belly dancers. We have a mariachi band, and they're all going to be scheduled on to the whole
Are you
thing.
going to be doing belly dancing?
I was basically barred. There's an injunction. There's an injunction on me belly dancing.
Let's talk a little bit about, in order for things like this to happen, I think we look around, there's so many volunteers right now. I'm looking around. That's what Clinton's all about, people helping people. They come out and they volunteer their time. And another thing is, we talk about the EDC, the Economic Development Council. Just explain just a real brief history about what the Economic Council does.
Well, the EDC technically it's an appointed group of seven people, supposedly, Republicans and Democrats, although it's a very apolitical group. And we're there to advise, formally just to advise and do research for the town council and the town manager. But it kind of got scope creep. We try to do as much as we possibly can. One is to just make sure that people understand that Clinton wants new business, loves business, that we take care of our current businesses, that we understand how important it is, and to always we get involved in a discussion where to maintain what the old Clinton, the historic Clinton, which we love, it's a big asset for us, but how do we maintain that kind of wonderful Clinton, blue-collar, very comfortable town and still get businesses in without destroying that? The real thing, and I think you mentioned earlier, is there's so many people in this town that once you ask them to get involved, they're almost like they've been waiting to get involved into something, which is really nice because, from where I came from, it wasn't necessarily that type. So the EDC, I think in the last 5 years, has really kind of like developed. We got a windful wind in our sails.
The back of your...
And we're really moving along. We got a great group. And I think because you've had some talk with some people from Bob Werner and the CMC. Everybody kind of like is their own. They do their own thing. We meet every month, get together, we get people involved, and we want to make sure that people in Hartford understand what we're down here. Just that they're aware that Clinton's things are going on in Clinton now, and we're pretty good.
Now, what about you said about the Placemakers? What are the Placemakers?
Placemakers is it's a 501c3 charity that we formed about, I think it's 5 years ago now, and the purpose was really to be it's a non-governmental. It's not part of the town of Clinton. It's a separate group where we've got like-minded volunteers who actually want to promote Clinton, make it a better place to live, to raise a family, to enjoy themselves. So it's a big thing with promotion, and there's a lot of things that you want to do there's a lot of things that you want to do that because we're not part of the town, we get things done a lot faster. You know, we meet, we get it done. Being a legitimate 501c3, we helped the sailing club get started. We got the trolley started in town. We did the Clinton Art Gallery, which is still running here. We've helped people, the Bike and Pedestrian Alliance. This is the kind of thing that we do just as an event. So it's get it done, just do it. Right. Make something happen. And
now, if someone wants to volunteer, right, to join the Placemakers, what do they do?
Just say I want to be a part of it. You don't have to go through any kind of ritual or no hazing. There's no hazing. There's no hazing in this. You just and it's kind of like self-selective, because when people get involved, they realize everybody that's there really works. I mean, a lot of groups there's 8 people in the group, there's 2 people to do the work and 8 people in the audience. Right. There's no audience in this, and there's no audience in the Placemakers. Everybody is a player. Right. So, I mean, it feeds off itself. So.
And I'm blessed myself, because anything, when you want to do something like this, you got to have something of volunteers. I found one volunteer. She's my director, my producer. She does all the editing, Iris Dunham, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her. So big kudos.
A lot about her.
Oh, she's the best.
They nominated for an Emmy, I think.
I think she is going to be nominated for an Emmy. Well, thank you very much.
All right, buddy.
Nice to see you, John. Now, what is your name? So people know who you are.
Nikki Dakis.
Nikki Dakis. And Nikki, how long have you lived in Clinton?
About 5 years.
And where were you before?
Madison transplant.
Okay. And what drew you to Clinton?
A lot. Sidewalks, the people, the diversity, the beauty. Name it. There's a lot of things that would. Yeah.
And you enjoy working with the Placemakers?
I love working with the Placemakers. Yes.
As I said to so many other people that we talked to already today, isn't it nice to know we're part of a community when things, in order for this to happen, it just doesn't happen overnight. It's because of volunteer and dedication and good people who want to do good things for our town.
And we just posted on Facebook when we were looking for volunteers, and a bunch of people came forward and said, I'll volunteer, that didn't even know us or what was going on, and I just think that's awesome.
Right. It's only like 4:30. It started at 4 o'clock, and look at the people that are already here enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And we were just so worried about the weather, so I'm thanking God that that's held out.
Right. Well, it's because of people like you things happen, and thank you so much for your hard work and time.
I've got a wet hand.
Okay, that's okay.
Thank you.
Now it's the coolest thing I've had all day. Thank you very much, Nikki. One of the persons that we're here talking with now is Carol Walter, who is one of our illustrious town council members. And Carol, what brings you out today?
Well, anything that benefits Clinton and brings Clinton people out to socialize and have a great time together, I'm there.
I've been talking to some of the volunteers. It's really what I found being in this town, for 16 years, we're part-time and now full-time, how great the town is, and people volunteer. When something happens, they come out of the woodwork to volunteer.
Absolutely.
And that must make you feel good
Absolutely.
as a town council.
Yes, and that's the nice thing about living in a small town, is that everybody is accessible and everybody's ready to raise their hand and help out when they can. Yeah, and as a town council member, I love to see people involved in anything that benefits Clinton.
Right, and you're part of the Placemakers, right?
Yeah, recently. But I've been here for a few hours helping Placemakers get this organized and put together, and I think they've done a phenomenal job.
They really have.
This is fantastic.
You know, it's nice, whether you're a volunteer, whether you're a dignitary or whatever, everybody chips in. You're here as a town council member, but you're also here as a member of the community.
100%, absolutely.
And Carol, one of the things that we like to see is active participation on behalf of the town council. And if people want to come out and listen to your meetings, I know it's on the Valley Shore Community TV, but it's also if they want to come and participate or ask questions, can they do that?
We would love participation. I mean, we don't want to operate in a vacuum, and opinions are always listened to and carry a lot of weight. So yeah, we would love to have people attend town council meetings. Second best is watching them online from the town website, but yeah, come to all the meetings you can. It's so important.
Oh, it really is. Now, how long have you been living in Clinton?
I've been here since 1978, and I find it very hard to subtract 2022, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And where were you before that?
When I got married, I came here. But I've been I was on the Board of Selectmen from 2009 through the end of that, and I've been on the council for the whole term that it's existed. So I've had my hand in a lot.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Uh-huh.
And being one of the town council members, if you had, oftentimes we say, okay, you got me for a 10-second ride in an elevator. If you were to say to somebody who's moving to the town of Clinton or somebody that's already here, in a few words or less, what would you say is the best thing about Clinton and why people should be here?
I think Clinton has everything. I know that people think of beaches and shoreline community, but I'm a hiker, I'm a walker, I'm in the woods every day. I know how close we are to skiing and cities and everything you want. We're centrally located. It's either here or we're centrally located. I can't think of a better place to be.
Yeah, I know you can go to restaurants, great restaurants within 2 miles. You can go paddle boarding. You can go on the water. You get everything we want is right here.
100%. I can't imagine living where anywhere else. And you know what? You feel safe here.
Right.
And that's big these days.
I'll say our police force does a great job here maintaining.
Absolutely, positively do, and I'm very grateful for
Big
that.
shout out to Vince DeMayo and all the wonderful officers that man our force every single day.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to think about where we'd be without them. So.
Well, as I said, a town of gratitude, a town owes you a debt of gratitude for your hard work and efforts, and it's nothing. But again, it's people like you, Carol, that make this a great town to live in. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, today is really a involvement of all of our community, volunteers, people from the public offices, and it's really nice to see the town come together. And we interviewed Carol Walters, who's one of our town councils, and right now I'm talking to another town council member and also the voice of the Morgan football team, Dennis Donovan. Dennis, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to see the town coming out and get all these events. I said this the other day during the council meeting. It's nice that we've got the first Thursdays going again. We're going to have the fireworks going next month in August. And it's nice just to see the people come back out and have some fun. You know, it's been a long 2 years, 2.5 years. So,
How long have you been involved in the town?
Well, believe it or not, I started on the Park Rec Commission in 1988.
Wow.
And I did 14 years there. And then I was a selectman for 4 years. And then after I got out of selectman, I couldn't stay out, so I joined the Board of Finance, got elected there. Did that for about 8-10 years. Got out again for a while, tried to relax, but I just had to come back mainly for this town manager. When we started, we chose that we decided that we wanted to get a town manager. And it's been the greatest thing that we've ever done here in Clinton, really. You know, I've been around for a long, long time, and I've never seen it run any smoother. This council's very good. We have good people on both sides of the aisle. We've been very fortunate in that way. And so we've tried to do the best we can for Clinton, and
You've done a good job.
well, thank you. I hope we did, and you know, as my wife would say, you know, I think this time when my term is up next year, I think that might be it. You know.
Yeah, well, you know, once you get that bug, it's hard to give it up.
Yeah, it is. You know, but just like I coached at Morgan for some years, football coach. So I just couldn't get away from that either. When Pete called me, Pete and I, many years ago, 5-6 years ago, and said, "Hey, why don't you come and do this and that?" Yeah.
Well, Pete and I will be joining you in the press boxes this upcoming
So
season.
I hear.
We're filming it on TV.
Oh my God, this ought to be a circus. We're gonna have some fun.
Have some fun.
Okay.
And, you've been here all that time. What's the thing, Dennis, that really drew you to Clinton to start with?
What's that again?
What drew you to Clinton? What made you come to? What was the attraction of Clinton that made you come here?
When I came to Clinton in 1966, so I've been here for a long time. Actually, I came because where I was working as a renter, I hope you don't want, this is going to be not a long story, but
We can make it short.
My landlord told me that his son was selling houses out in Clinton. So I came out and looked at his house. I didn't really care for it. It wasn't what I wanted for a piece of land. As I'm driving away, I see another sign that says home for sale up the road. So I come up, and it was a young fellow starting out a new development, and we talked business, and he says, "Look, this house is almost ready to go, blah, 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 blah." And I was fortunate enough to be able to pick it up. You know, it's funny. I tell people times have changed so much. How much money you had to put down. I mean, I had to go to the bank and find out. I worked in corrections. I wasn't making a lot of money as a corrections officer, but I had enough to put a down payment down, and that's why I came here. And I'm so glad.
Well, we're glad we have people like you, Dennis, that volunteer their time and they're dedicated civil servants.
Well, it's a town thing, really. I could go on forever, as you know. I mean, the people before me, we've always been fortunate to have good public officials
Volunteers.
and volunteers all over the place. And I often say to people, not even like organized volunteer groups and stuff, unorganized. For instance, if I was just Joe Blow citizen and I was sick, all of a sudden somebody come out of the woodwork, let's run something for this guy, let's help him. And that's how this community's always been.
One last question, Dennis, and that is, if you had to summarize in a very few words, what's the thing, if I was somebody moving to Clinton, what's the one thing, like if you had an elevator speech and there was somebody thinking about Clinton and want to move here, what would be a very short reason why they should?
The people. The people. I often say, buildings don't make a town, you know, and things of that nature. I mean, we have pretty beach and everything else, but it's the people. Right. It always has been the people.
And always will be.
And always will be.
Dennis, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
We'll see you up at the press box. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You know, one of the things I said to John was, things like this don't happen without volunteers, and that's what's so nice about our town. Everybody comes, events like this, and they volunteer. And today we have a couple of volunteers who are manning the booth. And what is your name?
Kathy Weiss.
Hey, Kathy. How long have you been living in Clinton?
Oh, 14 years.
Was there anything about Clinton? Where did you live before?
Bethany.
And was there anything about Clinton that drew you to Clinton?
Actually, yes. I actually wrote an article in a travel book about Clinton because I always wanted to live here. And I love the open spaces and that it's not so built up, and there's beautiful pockets of nature. Just look to and we have the beautiful river right next to this event, and so that's one of the things that attracted me to it.
And being a volunteer, how often do you volunteer your time?
I've been volunteering since I have been 18 years old. I volunteer my time as the Town of Clinton Poet Laureate. Wow. And so when I'm not involved in placemakers, but I think it's a wonderful organization. And when John Allen put out a call for volunteers on Facebook, I said, I want to do it. I want to see this get off the ground.
Well, they certainly got this off the ground. This is the first one, and hopefully be one of many. Well, thank you so much for volunteering. And your name, sir?
Seth Weiss.
And Seth, how long have you been involved in the town of Clinton?
Anything I tell you is going to be a repetition of what she
We're
just
together.
told you.
Oh, okay, you're together.
Wow.
Oh, good. So whose idea was it, yours or your wife's?
First.
It's always mine.
It's always yours.
Yeah, I drag him to everything. He has
She's
to
in
put up
charge.
with.
She's in charge of the idea department.
Okay, she's in charge of the idea. Well, that's great. Well, thank you both for participating. Okay, speaking of another volunteer, and what is your name?
I'm Ellen Dalgran.
And Ellen, you're manning the beer garden ticket, so you must be very popular at today's event.
Well, actually, I'm the unpopular end of it because I have to verify age, and they get to actually sell the
You want to
ticket.
see my ID before I have to walk in there?
Before you walk in, I'll need to see your ID, yes.
How long have you lived in Clinton?
We've been here since 2005. Okay.
Was there anything that drew you to Clinton that was special?
Harbor. My husband has a sailboat, and we were looking for a place where he could keep the boat, yeah.
Are you part of the placemakers?
Yes, I've been aboard with the placemakers for quite a while.
It's a great organization. Thank you very much for volunteering. I'll let you. Oh, before you get your wristband, I want to see. Oh, what drew you to the event today? What is your name?
Ellen
And Ellen, what's your last name?
Whelan.
And Ellen, what drew you to the event today? What was the allure of the event?
I just want to support whatever they're doing here.
That's very good. How long have you lived in Clinton?
50 years.
50 years. Wow, that's great. Congratulations. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes in Clinton over the years.
Many.
What's the biggest change you've seen about Clinton?
I think the people.
In what respect?
Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
So it's like the changing of the wind, the changing of the guard.
Exactly.
Right? And what drew you to Clinton initially?
Oh, I don't really know. We wanted to be near up the shore.
Yeah, the shore is definitely the allure, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have another volunteer. What is your
How
name?
are you? Lynn. I'm Lynn.
Let me get over here so Iris can see you.
Hi, I'm Lynn.
And what's your last name?
Heideck.
And Lynn, what drew you to Clinton?
Oh, it was in 1973, and it was just looked like the best town in the world. And this March, it'll be 50 years since I've lived here.
So you've been here since you were 10 years old?
Well, hey, yeah, my kids were young.
And you're part of the placemakers?
Yes, I am. Yes.
And one of the things you must see is being part of the placemakers. What a great thing it is of all you volunteer to help our town make Clinton a better place to live. Is that right?
Absolutely. And we've just got such a wonderful foundation of great, kind people, lots of enthusiasm, young families, and people from around the world. And this is what tonight's celebration is all about.
Hi. And what is your name?
Anna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And Anna, what kind of food are you serving today?
We're selling olive oil from our family trees in Greece, and from this olive oil we make dips like hummus. We make tzatziki dip, and then we make hummus with roasted peppers. Wow. Yeah.
So you're from Greece?
Yes, of course. And then we make a frozen spanakopita, which I make the phyllo dough from scratch. Wow. Yes, and I have it here, front of here.
Oh, nice. Well, when I'm done filming, I'm going to come over and get some of this.
Sure, yes, and you can bake yourself anytime.
And what drew you over to, are you a resident of Clinton?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're here on the shoreline?
Yes.
And what drew you to this area? What brought you over from Greece?
My husband brought me here. Okay. Yes, I got married here.
Oh, good.
But this is actually my father's family. They own the olive trees.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
So this is right from Greece?
Yes, exactly. So every year we go down there, we do the harvest, and we bring the fresh olive oil here.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Well, I can't wait to come back and get some when I'm done shooting.
Of course, and we don't spray the olive trees with any chemicals, and then we don't mix or blend with any other oils.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's 100% pure extra virgin olive oil.
Well, welcome, and we're glad you're here and brought you all the way from Greece.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, and what is your name?
My name is Tanisha.
And what is your name?
I'm Damian.
And what kind of food are you serving today?
Jamaican food.
Oh, Jamaican food.
Yes, yes.
And what kind of food are you serving today? What are some
We
of
have
the...
jerk chicken, we have rice and peas, we have fried chicken, as well as brown stew chicken.
Oh, sounds good. And who's the chef?
I am the chef.
You are the chef?
Yes, sir.
And when did you start preparing for all this?
We start prepping from last night, from yesterday, yes. Yes.
And it's, I bet you it's spicy though, right?
We didn't put too much spice in it because we didn't know if everybody can handle the Jamaican spice, but you have a little bit of the spice.
So once they eat your food, they go right over to that water tent over there, right?
Exactly.
That's great. And how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years. And the turnout's been pretty good today, huh?
Yes.
We're excited to be
Appreciate it.
here.
We're excited.
Are you both from Jamaica?
Yes.
We are.
What drew you to Clinton? In this area?
We used to come to the outlet here.
And then we had Paul. He contacted us asking us to come here. So we were ecstatic about coming. So we're happy to be here.
Thank you very much, and thanks for participating. Good luck with your booth today. Okay, thank you. Okay, over here we have a couple ladies from representing the Morgan School. Now, are you both alumni of Morgan?
No, I'm not.
Is it volunteers?
Just volunteers.
Oh, great.
Our sons are going to be seniors this year.
Oh, great. What are your sons' names?
Darren Abbott, Braden Essler.
Well, I'm sure both your sons know my photographer, my editor, and Iris Dunham. So you have to tell your sons you saw Iris, and she does it all for me. This is a nice town event. And what drew you? Do you both live in Clinton?
Yes.
And what was the thing that drew you to Clinton? Was there any one thing that drew you?
The people.
And what about the people?
They're just, it makes you feel like you're home, every single person in this town. It's just very homey.
What about yourself?
The sense of community, the size, and the water.
The water. I think the water is a big draw. It's nice, we just interviewed some people from Texas and New York, and I don't think there's much water there. And today you're selling water and iced tea and Gatorade. And what are you raising money for? Because I see you have a donation jar.
It's project graduation.
Project graduation, which I'm sure my cameraman is very familiar with.
Yes. It's for a safe graduation night for the kids.
Well, thank you so much for your volunteerism. Thank you for participating. It's people like you that make graduation for Iris a lot easier and keeping a safe place. Thank you. Okay, what is your name?
It's Neda Shata.
And what is your name?
Hamid Yagi.
Hamid Yagi is my son.
Oh, he's your son. Okay. And what kind of food are we serving today?
It's Middle Eastern food, so we serve falafel, hummus, baba ganoush, chicken wrap, gyro, and we've been in business for almost like 55 years. Wow. We're the first Middle Eastern restaurant in the U.S., first vegetarian before vegetarian was a thing, and vegan and all that stuff. We got a big variety for veggies.
Now, what got you involved in the food event today?
They called us. We came.
And that's nice. So it's nice of you to come volunteer and show off your products and show off your food. And are you enjoying it?
Definitely. I love the people. I like to interact. My son loves to tell the story of his grandfather coming to this country, making a business, That's
great. You're not up there and they're sweating, right?
Oh,
it's hot. Boy, they couldn't be a hotter day.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well, listen, we appreciate you participating in this event. This is what makes Clinton a nice town to live in, and we appreciate it. And good luck with your business, and good luck with the rest of the event. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Hi. Now, what is your name?
Erin.
And Erin, what are you serving today?
Cheesecake, green tea matcha cheesecake.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
It is.
Especially on a nice hot day.
Absolutely.
How do you keep it cold?
We're over ice.
Oh, you're over ice?
Yeah.
And how's the turnout been at your booth so far?
Great. Yeah, lots of interest so far, yeah.
And how long have you been coming to Clinton?
We just moved to Clinton about 2 years ago at the start of the pandemic, and I just recently started making cheesecakes in November. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what drew you to Clinton?
What's that?
What drew you to Clinton?
We loved the town, we love the environment, and we have small children, and it seemed like a great place to raise a family.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations and good luck with your business, and thank you for coming today. Okay, here's the next one of our food truck. And what kind of food are you making today?
This is Ethiopian cuisine. Today we brought here shrimp, chicken, and fish, of course, and a vegetarian combination of, so 4 items.
Wow, and how long have you been doing this?
We've been this since 1999.
Wow, and what is your name?
My name is Wub Tasama. My wife is Shilima Tasama. I own the Libera restaurant, 176 Temple Street, New Haven.
Great. And you're enjoying the turnout today?
Oh yeah, it's really fabulous.
A lot of people enjoying your nice food?
So far, we just started, still we are doing good.
Oh, that's
no
great.
complaint.
Oh, that's great. So again, what are you making today?
Today we have shrimp, which is green shrimp, garlic shrimp, rosemary chicken, and rosemary fish. And a combination of vegetarian combination, fosolia, lentil, which is Mr. What, which is lentils. And as you see there, the menu we have Mr. What.
Good.
So items of vegetarian dish.
All right. Well, thank you very much for participating. Thanks for coming out. Hi. What is your name?
My name's Sophie.
And who's the chef back there?
Valentine.
And what are you guys serving today?
We're doing brisket sandwiches, pulled pork sandwiches, and pulled chicken, mac and cheese, french fries.
So you got everything going on, huh? And how's the turnout been?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah. What's been the biggest seller so far?
Probably pulled pork.
And do you make it fresh every day?
We do.
Are you the chef?
I am, and he's the pit master over here.
I'm the pit master. All right.
What's your name?
Rick. So I'm going to see you on the famous pit masters on TV. One of these.
No.
You like the anonymity?
No, you'll never see me like that.
And so you guys, how long have you all from the Clinton area?
Yeah.
And what drew you guys to Clinton? You know, I always ask that thing because people are from all over the world that are here. What drew you to Clinton? Well, what drew you to Clinton?
This restaurant, I guess. Yeah. You went by yourself.
Same.
You don't like the water?
No, I do. Yeah.
We're too busy working.
Too busy working. Well, hey, listen, you're putting out a good product. Everything looks good in there. Smells good. As soon as I'm done shooting, we're going to go over and get some of your food. Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for participating. What are you serving today?
Indian food.
And what kind of Indian food are you having?
North Indian food.
So what would some of the dishes be?
We have chicken tikka masala, we have momos, we have chicken biryani, saag paneer, chana masala, and we also have kulfi and gulab jamun today.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
And how did COVID affect your business?
We lost a lot of business, but we're growing.
Everything's coming back good?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like a lot of people are coming up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Great. Well, thank you very much for participating. We appreciate it. Okay, welcome. What is your name?
Madi.
Maddie, what are you preparing today?
We're doing chicken flautas. It's like a really skinny burrito rolled up tight with chicken in the middle, and then it's deep fried, and we serve it with a cilantro lime crema for dipping.
It's a Mexican dish.
Yes, and we also have guacamole and salsa and homemade chips.
Great. And you enjoying the turnout today?
Yeah, it's more than I expected, honestly. So that's good. It's really nice. Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this?
We have a restaurant down the street on 68 West Main Street, and we've been doing it for about a year. This is our first remote location. So
are you living here around Clinton?
yes, I live in Clinton. Yeah.
Good. And what 20 years. And what drew you to Clinton to begin with?
Actually, my husband's family lives here, and we met in the military. We're both veterans, so. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your service. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. So then we moved up here to be closer to his family, and the rest is history, as they say, right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Why don't your husband want to come in and say hello? Hi, Izzy. How are you? Oh, it's great. What is your name?
John.
And John, you enjoying Clinton, the life in Clinton?
Yes, I do. Nice small town life. I grew up in New York, so this is small town.
This is small town and slow town, right?
Yeah, we like it. We grew up opposite. She's from Texas. I'm from New York.
Oh boy, opposites attract, though. That's what they say, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for participating. Again, thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Okay.
Everybody, we're going to talk through this 2 or 3 times during the evening, but it's official. The Celtic gods have ruled. The sky is beautiful. We're very lucky to be blessed with this day. This is the first, hopefully, International Food and Beer Festival, put on by the Placemakers and by the Clinton Chamber. This is a good turnout already, and it goes on until 8. I'm going to read some so I won't forget anything. As advertised, we have a lot of different cuisines. We have 10 different beers and a wide variety of truly international entertainers, which will be coming up here almost immediately. We want to thank our sponsors, Schumack, Engineered Construction, the people from Schweitzer Waste Management, and the great folks at Bosch Advanced Technologies. All three of these folks really helped up, and having them become part of the town involved like this is a great thing. Also want to give a lot of thanks to the folks at Town Hall, to the police department, especially the DPW crew that's out here, whatever. I mean, really, everybody's been behind us for a long time, so it's good. Also want to make sure you appreciate how hard it is for the restaurants and the people that are the vendors here to do this in this kind of environment. And the whole purpose of this festival is to celebrate the many backgrounds of the folks that live here. Every type of food you taste, every different beer you sip, and every entertainer you see represents somebody that lives in this town. So with that, I'm going to introduce Emily Cross, who is our tremendous booking agent, just came in from Las Vegas, and she's going to introduce our first round of talent.
Hi. Well, I'm Emily, and I'm really excited to have worked on tonight's entertainment for you. We have a great show lined up. So with that, in just a couple seconds, we're going to give a good welcome to the Mulcairn School of Irish Dance, passing on the love of Irish dance, its music, and culture.
Okay, I've got some of the Irish dancers you were just watching up on stage. I hope you enjoyed them. You guys were awesome. And you're one of the teachers and one of the coaches, right?
Yes, so my name is Elizabeth Florentine. I am the teacher at the Dance Corner in Killingworth, but I teach under the Mulcairn School of Irish Dance, which is mainly based out of West Haven.
And how long have you been doing this?
I started, let's see, maybe like 22 years ago, and I just can't stop.
Did you start when you were 5 years old?
About like 6 or 7 years old.
That's great.
So it's been a passion of mine ever since.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you girls are awesome. What is your name?
I'm Bailey.
Bailey. And do you enjoy this?
Yes, I do, a lot.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 6 years and competing for 3 years, and actually Irish Step has been a way for me to feel free.
That's great. What is your name?
My name is Marianne.
Marianne, how long
I've been doing this for 3 years.
Oh, good. You obviously like it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You girls get those legs up in the air.
In fact, it was a natural urge for me to do it.
What is your name?
I'm Rowan.
Rowan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You enjoy dancing?
Yes, very much.
The show when you girls are up on stage. Wow. You girls are quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you on America's Got Talent someday.
Maybe. Who knows?
I plan on going to America's Got Talent.
All right. Well, you got to bring all your friends with you, aren't you?
I will.
All right. What is your name?
Megan.
Megan, and what's your last name?
Campion.
And how long have you been doing this?
Since first grade, so like 7 something like that years.
You guys can tell you've been practicing your moves. And you really enjoy it?
Yeah.
What's the thing you like most, hanging out with your friends?
Yeah, and also like getting like dance and stuff.
Especially me. Especially me.
And make sure your friend brings you on America's Got Talent, right? And what's your name?
Molly.
Molly. And how long have you been doing this?
4 years.
How old are you, Molly?
11.
Wow. And you enjoy it?
Yes.
And are you Irish? It's hard to tell by those freckles. And you've been doing this how long?
4 years.
4 years. Wow. And what is your name?
Kelsey.
What is it?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. That's a nice Irish name. And what's your last name?
Donovan.
And how long have you been doing this?
4 years.
4 years. How old were you when you started?
Probably like 7.
7.
I think.
Good for you. You got a good teacher, right?
Yeah.
That's great. What's your name?
Lorelai.
Lorelai. That's a pretty name. What's your last name?
Light.
Oh, that's pretty. And how old are you?
9.
You're 9. And when did you start doing this?
3 years ago, I believe.
Oh, so 6 years old. See how quick I did that math? Well, and you got a good teacher, right?
Yeah.
And you girls really have fun, right? Well, you can tell you're having fun up on stage. And what's your name?
Annalise.
Annalie. That's a pretty name. And how old are you?
I'm 9 too.
You're 9. Oh, that's great. And all your moms are here supporting you, right?
Yeah.
And they're really, I watch them. They're so happy watching you girls dance. And you did a great job. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish you the best of luck. And don't forget, when you're America's Got Talent, remember where they first got you on TV, all right? Okay. And what is your name?
My name is Kelvia.
And Kelvia, how long have you guys been doing this?
Well, the Middle Eastern Dance Academy of Connecticut has been open for 7 years now, but I've been dancing Middle Eastern arts for about 14.
And I imagine you got to be in pretty good shape to do belly dancing.
Yes, as far as cardio and stamina, it does. Our sets last anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, our performances. So, yeah, you do have to have some kind of cardiovascular.
You have a good core, right?
For sure. That is
and what are your friends' names?
All right. So here we have Stephanie.
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 Hi. So let's see. Which one's Stephanie and which one's Stephanie? And just give in real quick because I know you guys are running late. Oh. And how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
You enjoying it?
Absolutely. I love
Better than working out. This is a good core.
It's a very good core workout.
And what about, is your name Stephanie?
It is, but I also my stage name is Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have beautiful hair. I wish I did. Could I borrow it for the weekend?
Borrow mine.
And is this your youngest dancer?
Currently today. Yeah.
Currently today. What's your name?
Samara.
And how old are you, Samara?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. You enjoy it?
Yeah.
And hanging out with these seasoned veterans? I bet you can't guess these two ladies' names. Great. Well, listen, I don't want to hold you up, but I want to thank you very much for participating. And it's nice to get a feel for all the different cultures that are represented here today, because that's what Clinton's all about. Good ethnicity, coming together, enjoying each other, enjoying the volunteerism, and most importantly, enjoying friends and family and friendship. So thank you so much for participating. We're going to go watch you dance. Okay. Well, that wraps up today's entertainment value. We've been here interviewing different cultures, different foods. I want to thank Ira. She's been sweating out here all day, helping me out. But as I said, this is what makes Clinton a great place. This is our first. Hopefully there'll be one of many. And again, thank you very much for watching. If you have any ideas or any comments and you'd like to come out and have us film an event, just text iris.dunham at clintonpublic.net. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and let's get out and support our town. Thank you, and good night.